Path of Logic 3. The logic being, this place sucks. Why am I going back a third time? And I'm repeating a plotline. God, I wish fucking Hitbox, aka Owned TV. God. I wish it was easier to get VODs from them, because God, I wish I could have kept that VOD. Continue. Also, I'm gonna boop, boop. There we go. Okay, Pathologic 3. Last time we did the first time a third time, because the second time we did the first time it was a demo, and then we did the first time again, and it's getting complicated. I believe... Oh, I'm a little bit behind. I think we have to do the mirror room again, which I'm probably going to do anyways just because it's a oh, no, wait. I have the amalgam. So where the fuck is the clock? Prepare the projectile. What's the projectile? Oxbile, Belladonna, Novocaine, but I have no inventory space. Cigarette case, a nice thing to keep close to one's heart. Will protect you from a bullet. What? Femme Fatalist. Ava's friend is waiting for me in the Stillwater living room. I mean, I guess we could interface with this. We're in no rush. We have all the time in the world. Hi. Yulia Luacheva, the Fatalist. I thought she was a reporter. She came from the capital with the Oneirotex, an organization that built the western part of town. Many of the town's oddities could be attributed to them. Yulia immediately struck me as an intelligent, rational, and unhappy person. Oh, so you get along like fucking water and... Well, yeah, I guess water and oil makes sense. You do hate yourself, after all.
My chest feels stuffed with cotton.
Got a cigarette? Smoking's bad for you. But sometimes it's necessary. Did something happen to you? During our last meeting, you weren't so grim. You may not know this, but I'm a doctor. A doctor has no time for cheer in the middle of an epidemic. So you don't remember me. Well, I should have expected that. You're probably best beset with new demands every minute. Forgive me, you've right, so much is piled up and everyone wants something from me. So my playthrough, watching a playthrough of Conscript, a WW1 server. Oh, I think I've heard of this one actually. Is it like over-the-top camera? I'm Yulia. 2 days ago you came to my house, to the Trammel, and promised to put in a good word for me with the Canes to make sure that they don't exile me from town. Doesn't sound like me, actually. Usually I don't make promises I can't keep. I see you are not in the mood, but I thought we had an agreement. I gave you a lead and you gave me your word. I'll do it all, I promise. Forgive the delay. It's a very difficult time right now. Everything's just falling apart. Thwarted expectations. A couple of days ago, I made some promise to Yulia that I did not keep. I should do better. I can do better. Time! Is this Ava? Yeah, it is. She looks different up front. Ava Yawn, Canary in a Cave. We didn't get an intro for her? The Stillwater is a failed observatory converted into a guest house. One day, Ava Yawn just moved in. She was never chased out because, according to the locals, the Stillwater changes people in a strange way, and someone must bear its attentions. When I arrived, they already arranged a room for me at the Stillwater. I saw Ava every day. She almost never went outside.
Simon taught me how to read. I particularly loved that book about a heart. I forgot the name.
You're back. That's good. You'll sleep much more soundly in the still water than a prison cell. Simon had good reason to arrange you to stay here. Is there a mirrored room in the still water? There are many rooms here. Some are locked and I don't have the keys myself. I'm not eager to get in. If the house wants to, it'll let me in. But I haven't seen a room with mirrors. And this clock has been here long? It's always been here. Simon used to joke that they built the still water around it. When Farquaad started constructing the still water, the clock was the first thing to be installed. But why do you ask? Is the ticking too loud? Does it disturb your sleep? No, just curious where it came from. So you say it was Simon who brought it here? I don't think he actually brought it here himself. It's quite heavy, but it was brought here at his request, yes. In fact, you're the first one to ask me about it. Most people just don't notice it. Every time I see you touch it, it feels like you can see something that I can't. As if you're being transported by it. Wait, you see me touching this? You've been living here for 5 days, of course I have. Every single day you stand in front of it and murmur something before you go to bed. If I didn't know what a skeptic you were, I thought you would have been performing a ritual. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what kind of place Stillwater is. Those who live in the Stillwater could get things muddled in their heads, but you shouldn't blame everything on the house. It's unusual, certainly, and built with specific intent, but in the end it's only a building. Oh, Ava, you don't know how fucked up a building is. You haven't even fallen for 5 weeks.
Ah, Monster House. Everybody's hating.
It is a monster house, but it's not that movie. I heard a different story. I heard something isn't right with this house, that people can't stay here for too long. In our little town, there are tall tales about everything under the sun, even toy bulls. Separating truth from fiction is hard even for the locals. I need to sleep. Sleep is death's little brother. Who told you that? You. I couldn't have said such nonsense. Don't go to bed while you're still thinking so much about the clock. You won't be able to fall asleep. You're right, I can't get it out of my head. First off, I need to put stuff away because I need inventory space. At least 3 slots. Put you there. Morphine crystals dulls the pain, helps you fall asleep but not awaken. Should not be consumed in concentrated... Oh, I'm supposed to dilute the morphine. Okay, put you there. Put you there. That should give me enough to get me the stuff in the other thing. Oh, right, I forgot that we have fucking strychnine. Mad lad Donko eating fucking strychnine to feel alive.
My chest feels stuffed with cotton.
Prepare the prototype. Yeah, I noticed when we got those 3 things, it was absolutely for reloading the prototype. Should be good for a little longer. It's gonna be absolutely necessary, but the question is, what is the projectile? Seems I need a sample of something.
Projectile vomit.
Ah yes, get me some Ipecac. See the past. Have we covered this before? Loading a save requires payment. Oh, I think I know what they mean by loading a save. Wait, hang on. We're not going back in time, we're loading saves? Well, let's go back to day 1 and see what the fuck is happening.
Those who reported you wished you well.
At it again, Doctor. I asked you not to bury me in trifles. Are you here to complain that the children stole your microscope? Your arrival in this town doesn't interest me. I only care about what matters. Wait. Is this day 1? What could be more important than how it began? Or do you take me for your memorist, a close friend entrusted with your life from its very beginning? But one day something else happened. Something that matters. It concerns Simon. Simon Kane is a curious figure indeed, but for our purposes he is entirely secondary. By the time of your arrival, he was already dead, as I understand it. That's the point. The Kanes are masters of mystification. They wanted everyone to believe Simon had died. Fairy tales about immortality again. Do you always call things fairy tales when they're inconvenient or don't fit the way you build your accusations? You still can't grasp my central point, esteemed bachelor. You chased after some old man and turned your back to the fates of tens of thousands of people. That is where your guilt lies. Now you are repeating the same mistake. We're investigating the plague. The plague! The town! Only they matter, not Simon. Who gave you the right to decide what matters and what doesn't? Man, this is just me fucking spinning in circles here. A special commission did. Is Simon connected to the plague? He is not. Is his death connected? It is not. Until you can establish that connection for me, I don't want to hear about your white whale hunt. What I do wish to hear is about criminal negligence. Oh, so I'm not allowed to go to day one, really? Let's try day 2 then?
Guilty.
You've been going on about the second day. What do you... Seahawks win. Huh, neat. You've been going on about the second day. What are you implying exactly? According to our information, there was no plague in the town yet. There's nothing to research besides the Stillwater and its charming mistress. The plague didn't appear out of the blue. The outburst struck on the third day, but that doesn't mean it wasn't brewing on the second. How could you be so sure of that? In fact, here's a report by your own hand. The latent stage lasts 5 to 8 hours. The town was still clean on the second day. The report is correct about the latent stages, but the town wasn't clean. You can't possibly know whether the town was clean on the second day or not. You hadn't opened the hospital yet. You understood nothing about the sand plague. And pardon my frankness, but I'm not interested in your hypotheses. I need hard facts. I did open the hospital. Oh, am I supposed to go to the third day? Fuck. Thank you for telling me where to go, game. I appreciate it. Or am I not supposed to go to the third day as I plop back into this chair?
Hubris. Even the word itself sounds unpleasant. One would think you might have picked a more becoming sin.
You are, I beg your pardon, trying to deceive me time and again. Sure enough, it isn't in my power to forbid you lying, ere human est. And one can also, shall we say, be mistaken with no ill intent. But as far as formal logic is concerned, you're constantly feeding me something that can only be described as falsehood. Everyone lies. You too. What's up?
For a moment, when he spoke, he sounded like deep down the rabbit hole guy.
Who, him or me?
Him.
That would be pretty funny. Everyone lies. You too are lying to me right now. What do we have next? Day 3, the crucial one. The day the town's elites were to appoint the Health Inspector General, the person to lead the fight against the epidemic. You were absent. My office in this town was that of a chance visitor. Can you comprehend that? Or are you willing to admit that my invitation was orchestrated? Do you admit that the whole thing with Simon Kane was nothing but an excuse? They wanted to shut down your lab and you just shirked your responsibilities, scuttling away to the back of the beyond and abandoning your brainchild for your junior colleagues to deal with. The captain was the first to desert the sinking ship. I will never admit to that, and putting such nonsense in my mouth is petty, I have to say. Oh, baring your teeth, how cute. Let's say I suspend my disbelief for a moment. You claim you led the emergency command dealing with the epidemic, but what about a hospital? Why didn't you open a hospital in town? I can only explain that as deliberate sabotage. That's exactly it. This damn town didn't even have a hospital, and you're having the gall to say I haven't done enough? To accuse me of not saving the people who didn't want to get treated? Do you think upholding your Hippocratic oath is optional? No, that's why I opened a hospital and started saving people, even though they repaid me in hatred. According to my information, there was no hospital building in town. Take a look. Who are your mystery informants? People, they see everything, Denkovsky. They also apparently lie all the time. There was another discovery I made at the hospital, by the way. Beginning of the day. I wasn't the only one who found out about Ruben's hideout. On this day, the attackers tracked him down and killed him. Alter the course of events. Wasn't the only one who found Ruben's hideout on this day. The attackers found him and killed. If you start this day, the progress on the selected events will reset. You will be able to start them anew. Yes. If I die with no amalgam, death will be final. It is always crucial to have some. So there is actual consequence. I can lose. Third day, Room was hiding in a warehouse. Something happened. The rulers of the town hall are waiting for me in the town hall. So we have to choose between Ruben or the town hall meeting. That's weird though, because it sounds like Danny didn't go to the meeting. Is there a time obligation is the question. I always remember important items, artifacts, small things are forgettable. Consumables are not transferred between days, they're waiting for me on the clock on the day when I what? So I have nothing in the clock at the moment. All the stuff we had is reserved for day 5. Huh. I'm sorry, spin?
My head hurts enough as it is.
Oh, that was a naughty memory. Wonder how long we have to save Ruben. That's the interesting thing. I don't know if we're doomed to a fork or not. The prototype's at 20, so we don't gotta worry about that. Analyze items. was right. I have no memory of I have no opinions of these guys. All of your hopes died on the vine. No capital for us now. The governor ordered us to shut off the tracks. Quarantine, they say. I came on duty today and no one was there. You'd think the station had died out. Can it really be the plague? Must be why all them big people are gathered at the town hall. Doctor, is that you? Back from the meeting already? You're the doctor, so tell us please. Why will they close the will they close the town? What meeting? I don't know anything yet. Uh-oh. They're talking about the plague. Everyone who's important. Sabarov, Olgimskis, Senior, and the Junior. Junior's in charge of the anti-plague measures. And the Canes, our third rulers, always with some ace up their sleeve. I heard they called for you too, since you're the doctor from the capital. Who might you be, may I ask? What brings you to the Stillwater? Just so you know, a good place this. Calm. People always come here if they need some calm. Ava welcomes them. Our son used to moonlight here when he was little, sweeping the chimneys, earned some money for his own studies in the capital that way. He left there later. We come here when we miss him. Thought I'd go visit him in the capital, but then my Pavel says there's a quarantine. So you're saying Stillwater could be visited by people who don't live here, even though they're not her guests? Everyone comes here. It's always been. When the Canes were calling builders to the town, they wanted us to have more special houses here. Houses in which... how do I say this? The soul is laboring. That's why people come, even when no one invites them. So they visit like a hospital or a museum? Curious. Wish I had time to read. This is quite an exquisite table. I'd get one of those in the capital. Why are you thinking about tables there, Danny? If time is of the importance, we should probably prioritize some actions.
Migraine. Ah, yes. This is migraine.
Mirrors and coffins are all too alike. One ill-timed glance and they'll trap you inside. I'm in no hurry to get inside my coffin. Ha! How droll, senor. How droll you are indeed. Just mind your eyes around the coffins here. I see no need for you to look inside. Shall I avert my gaze from mirrors too? Will I see something I shouldn't? Imagine that you are a mirror. When a man stands before you, you hold in yourself his double. And so, where one stood, there are now one and one again. Where I am a mirrored frame, I'd hold that man within my depths, never to release him, forever hidden behind silvered glass. Mirrors are just glass and amalgam, they don't think. Amalgam, yes, that is the word, senor. It strains belief, but still you must believe. The flow of time inside our town is not at all like what you know. It is a fluid, it seeps, it leaks, and you must swim.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
Ah, I see. Still tiny as ever.
Yeah, I was told there are fluids here, and as someone who's an expert on making fluids, let me tell you.
Mike Dawson is good at making fluids?
Yeah.
Huh.
He cries a lot.
Oh, I mean, I guess that counts. I was thinking, you know, actual fluids.
I mean, I'm full of phlegm, too.
Oof.
And other things.
I have this odd feeling that I know what happened in the future, as if the future was instead of will be. And if time flows, then you may bottle it, like blood, dew, or tears. You keep it for a rainless day and spend it when you must. So what do I spend it on? If you had such a cache of liquid time, you could then move across the days to find yourself at the right time in the right place, much like you did just now, senor. And correct my own mistakes, of course. Indeed, If you could handle it, senor. What need have you but put your mind in chains? You do believe that dead men can one day be brought back to life anew? Say I believe you.
So, the greatest secret of slimes are actually just full of mucus.
What is mucus but liquid with an additional item?
It's a corrosive mucus, but still.
Say I believe you. What then? Amalgam is what we call liquid time. So long as you have some, you need not take a linear view on things. You may rewind the film or turn the story on its side. And if perchance you meet your death, instead of life, amalgam will pour out of you, and you will be granted a new chance to try. Your fellow in the mirrored room... Or was that you too? Already told me about that. How bad a chest cold do you have to have before you create a gelatinous cube? I'd say 2 days worth, because that's about when I hawk up a gelatinous cube. You must remember this. To die with no amalgam is a final and true death. The same death that you struggle to defeat. So you must always keep amalgam close at hand, or else you will meet your darkest end. But no
Look, sometimes all the fucking mucus runs out of your nose. Most people the front, some people the back. And that's the issue I deal with.
Oof. See, for me, the problem I have is unless I'm sick, the mucus is just stuck in a nostril.
Yeah, no, for me it just is all at the back of the nose and runs down because postnasal drip's a bitch.
Ah. With no amalgam left, your watch is just a watch and not a tool for changing time. You must remember this. To die with no amalgam is a final and true death. Oh, wait. Wait, he just said that. Where do I find this amalgam, then? Mirrors are a source of it. They glean a man's reflection, trapping time within themselves. And if a mirror you should break, it's liberated time you could then take. And the world inside the mirror will be shattered to pieces. I see. Amalgam also comes from labors done. Each finished task inspires, giving you more time. What else? My task today is to explain the things that matters most. The rest you'll come to know and understand in time. I ask, Signor, do you believe the things I said? Do you hear my words, Simon's words, with respect? God, if he takes off the mask, it's fucking Simon. Simon
Hey,
was...
haven't you heard what Simon says?
God. Simon was doing an experiment with time, with clocks, watches. That's the important part that I understand. Can I not break this mirror? No, but I can break this mirror. Hiya!
Is it?
Yeah, pull out your gun and aim at the mirror.
You wonder why this man's luck is so bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you get trapped in a time loop, you're super fucked. Once again, I swear to God, 2 peas in a pod. It's interesting because it seems like you want to limit your interactions with the town, otherwise you get kind of cooked.
Well, yeah, I mean, as we've learned from personal experience, the more you deal with these townspeople, the more miserable it makes you.
And you waste time that you could be used doing other things, such as getting delicious eggs from town.
Mmm, eggy.
Go! Stop! Atrium, the plague rages here, so gray areas are dangerous. Red areas... Oh, these are plague areas? These are rioting areas. Okay. Did it not work? There we go. Already wasting ammo, I see. It is nice not to have to worry about infection, you know? Not getting immediately trapped and then stuck in a fucking spiral of agony and misery because somebody decided to rub their face on you. No being sad. Kick that fucking trash can. But I also wonder if that means that the barter economy is less important because now I don't have to worry about getting, well, I probably do have to worry about getting, Schmauder, honestly. Also, now that we have, like, more than one civilian behavior, the town actually does feel kind of alive. What's this? You!
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Oh, God. Hey, look, Torpo, a character with twin tails.
Look, man, fuck you. I don't like twin tails. I really don't.
That's a joke between us because Torpo was complaining about this at anime night.
I was complaining about it while playing Enfield.
Greetings. Do you have an appointment?
Because
Oh, go ahead.
gotchas have a big insistence on doing twin tail characters, and it's because it makes them distinct when looking at them from the front. It's why there's also, like, always the mismatched stockings or whatever.
Yeah. Greetings. Do you have an appointment? I heard there was a gathering taking place. Oh, no. Impossible. Gatherings are forbidden around here. Are you serious? Half the town's been yelling at me that there's people waiting for me here. It's a matter of the plague, naturally. Assemblies of any kind are forbidden. Is this a joke? I'm a doctor. Ah, then come in! Go in there on the left. They've been waiting an hour for you already. Gotta be kidding me.
Only 2, Beowulf? Come on, they can do better. You're right, that is a problem. They need more MILFs.
It is time for the dad assembly. Town's judge, brother.
The Council of Dads has convened.
Known as Big Vlad. Governor of the town. That's all we know about him. Brother of Simon Kane. Georgie, the judge. Simon's brother. Rumor has it that they're twins, but some say he's half Simon's age. He always saw earthly justice as a reflection of divine judgment and treated it with the utmost gravity, but at heart he remained the chief theorist of Simon's ideas, an architect and creator of society and the world itself. I should have listened to him from the start.
Autumn is gloomy this year.
There are times when manners become irrelevant. Denskovsky is a scientist and a doctor. Simon wished to know him, and means that he cannot be a useless man. We need him at emergency command.
An umbilical cord connects the
This
earth and the
fucking
cosmos.
G-man looking motherfucker.
It is a ladder.
Not him.
A spring.
Previous guy.
A bowstring. It is you.
It's not simply that he brandished his accomplishments, begging special treatment on our day of grief. His arrogance is only part of the problem. He's incapable of listening, of learning. Oh, you have no idea. Simon misjudged him. This man has nothing to offer our vision. He may be an intellectual, but he is spiritually bankrupt. This is interesting because, I think in the original and in 2, the Kane House kind of rode Denkovsky's dick, but here it's just an immediate bulking of him.
They don't like the idea of someone thinking they're above them.
Yeah, it's just that, like, we're seeing a totally different viewpoint that is, unfamiliar, let's say. Our vision is not currently under threat. The whole town's existence is on the line. Plague's banging at our doors, and again, Simon... Dr. Denkovsky, you're here. We've been waiting for you. I heard the last bit of your conversation, and I'd like to offer my apologies. I'm sorry if I disappointed or insulted you. Oof. Apology not accepted. But my brother is right. You are a doctor from the capital, which means your expertise will be highly sought after. And we, or I, will rather have to cope. I shall simply catch whatever you inevitably let slip through your fingers. Thank you for letting me participate in this meeting. Sabarov believes in you. Useless arguments would only distract him from caring about the townspeople. And Simon believes a man should put his own hand in the fire to discover it burns. I won't stand in the way of anyone burning themselves on you. Georgie, please, calm down. Yeah, he does kind of look like G-Man, doesn't he? I think it's the cheekbones more than anything. He looks rather gaunt, honestly.
Yeah, it's his gaunt features. It's everything. It's like the sunken cheeks, the jaw,
hair.
chin, everything. And just, yeah, no, the lines in his face.
Unfortunately, I cannot do a good G-Man, so we'll have to make do. Georgie, please, calm down. Dr. Dankovsky, despite our differences, we must unite against a common threat. We, the town's rulers, possess the resources, and you have the knowledge. You see that Barak defeated the previous outbreak of the Sandpest, but he's dead now. We need a doctor. Thank you for the voice of reason, Victor. I'll do all I can, but I'm no epidemiologist. Your doubts are noted, but still, what measures do you consider most urgent? We need to set up a hospital, of course, and study the disease. I don't think we could create a cure this quickly, but we can attempt a vaccine to protect the uninfected. So you are a doctor above all else. You think like a doctor. We're in luck. We have enough rulers here, stepping on each other's toes. Healers are what we lack. But you do have a man that can cut, and you're kinda...
I didn't mean to do that.
Hi, Suzuki.
Hang on, I'll hang up.
Is Burak one of the previous protagonists? Previous is an odd word to say, let's say. Because you are right, he was a plotline in the original Pathologic, and the main focus of Pathologic 2. So by merit of release order, yes, he is in fact one of the previous protags. But in the nature of what Pathologic is, he is one of the three protagonists in tandem. Because, Daniil Demskovsky, Artemy Barak, and the Changeling, I don't remember her name, are all mendicants in this scenario. And each one follows their path on their attempt to solve the Sandpest. You made it abundantly clear yesterday that our town and its history are of no interest to you, but know this. 5 years ago, the crude sprawl, the district where the plague was discovered, was simply sealed off. The disease burned down in 3 days. There were rumors of survivors, but that's all they were, rumors. The sand plague is incurable. Victor looks like a fusion of the G-Man and the Bogdanov twins? Who are the Bogdanov twins? Our town, let's just say that it's relatively young. We don't have equipment or resources, not at this scale. You'll have to improvise. Not even establishing a hospital here after the first outbreak was unwise. It's very telling. No one here asked for your assessment. Well, I wish you luck, Bachelor. We're all in the same boat here, and rowing in different directions would mean death. As far as I know, you're trying to eradicate death. The death of our town might as well be your first step. Thank you, Victor. And you too, Georgie, for being frank. Wow, I have a lot of apathy. Fuck. Oh, I have to talk to all 3 of them. Fuck. I am so slow. Oh, wow, moving backwards is bizarrely slow. Vladimir Olgimsky, Bus. Owner of the Bull Enterprise, that is the entire complex of facilities for slaughtering bulls and turning them into food and goods. His belly is as fast as its abattoirs, and his confidence... Oh, That's an interesting way to write that. His belly is as vast as his abattoirs and his confidence in his own power. Olginsky managed to bend an entire people to his will, bridling ancient myths to his service. He loves no one but his daughter. Not even his wife.
Might makes right.
Ah, Bachelor, why are you here? This is something of a family matter. Do you have a family, Bachelor? I was told that there was a meeting here and I was to be expected. With all due respect, Bachelor, you're not needed here.
A learned man knows the contents of everything and isn't content with anything.
My patience has its limits, Boos. I insist you pay our guest the proper respect. It was I who invited him to this meeting. The Bogdanovs have been posted. Oh, what the... Are those real faces, or are those the faces as a result of many injections? Inviting an outsider into the house. Are you sure he's as learned as you say? Does he specialize precisely in our shared tribulation? Please don't tell me you've forgotten what happened during the first outbreak. Almost no one survived. True, we don't know for certain it's the same sand fever, but what if it is? Isidore is gone. We need a doctor like we need air. Any doctor, or else. So the esteemed Governor Saburov picks the first one he sees. Please, enough grandstanding. This town doesn't even have a hospital, and you're looking to be picky about doctors? Enough. This bickering is becoming unbecoming of men of action. Arguments will lead to catastrophe and nothing else. We don't air our dirty laundry here. If he carries a report on our customs to the capital, then we can say goodbye to the town we hope to build. To the town where we hope to build something new. You're hiding something. What have you done, Ungrimsky? Spit it out. You're in no position to ask such questions. We do have some expertise here, if you must know. We've already taken measures, no thanks to you. The termitary's is sealed off, the abattoir is shut down, the vaccine is made. We're distributing it now, we have no need for you. Hold on a second, what's this vaccine you're talking about? Vlad Olginsky the Younger has already tested the first vaccine prototype. The results are promising. What do you mean he tested the vaccine? Does he have the necessary qualifications? My son has a better understanding of these things than you do, at least. Because this place is his home, his domain, and the results are self-evident. Is your son a doctor? You are forgetting yourself again, esteemed Bachelor. I'm not accountable to you. No, he's not a doctor, but it seems this vaccine has indeed helped several people. Several? Everyone! It's helped everyone! We gave it to one volunteer, so to speak, this very night. Still alive and kicking. Can I have a look at this volunteer of yours? I'm not letting you into the termitary. You won't need the termitary. Andres Demanton claims he's given the medication to his people at the Broken Heart. It's a public house by the factory. And unlike some other places, you can certainly drop in. I'll investigate the concoction. What else do I need to know? You need to know that you're not welcome here. I'll have to leave your emergency meeting for a time, then. I'll need to flush out someone at the Broken Heart. Oh, right, the decrees. Vlad's experiment. We need to find someone at Andre's pub. We still have to figure out where Ruben is.
You can typically order one of those at a pub.
A Ruben? Oh, fuck. Didn't we make this exact same
Got him.
joke in the fucking Pathologic 2 one?
I maybe. I don't know.
I do remember for
Look,
a
man,
long time we were talking about stiff Rubens.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Wang. I can't remember. My brain is fried like an egg at the moment because of 2 straight days of nonstop pain.
Yeah, I know. I figured as much.
Also, my leg is itchy.
Also, that was like, what? 6 years ago? God.
Sure was, baby.
I need a second to cope. Fuck.
Technically 7.
Oh, yeah, because it was 2019.
Yeah, buddy.
Literally a month before our sand pest affected everyone.
Look, Selenar, I said my legs. I didn't say they were attached and where I got them from.
Ooh, prizes?
Also, for all you know, slimes could also have phantom limbs.
The phantom limbs of the limbs you digested.
No, but for real, my leg is itchy as shit and I hate it. This is relevant, chat, because this is where I injected the fucking headache medication I use.
Vlad has reminded me of certain other assholes who's fat for some reason, except Vlad is far ruder. I'm guessing it has something to do with brain work. This has something to do with the Outer Wilds. Why do they want me to go through 2 fucking risk districts?
Spite, hate, cruelty.
I could force the issue if I wanted to, but just
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's great. I love him. He's fucking dog shit. I hate him, but I love him.
What?
He's a very well-written piece of shit. Oh, hey!
Why do you insist on snooping around here? Didn't I make it clear that you'll be devoured? I didn't plan this. You can't walk around town without stumbling upon the plague.
I like number 2.
I missed that. Well, I'll give you that.
He said he's a doctor. He has to study the plague. You can't do it just by sitting around.
Ah, making him sound like fucking Dr. Jones in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Please, he's clearly a blackjack.
I don't think Dankovsky's that cool.
Fuck you, right?
Well, I'll give you that. Not like you can just run through the plague. But in that case, you need to learn the anatomy of an infected district. There's usually an epicenter. What do you see on the ground here? Devoratics?
No, just speak tongues at her.
There's a focal point somewhere in the district, a plague rupture, and there are often dark crimson flowers blooming above it, a flower that thrives on blood. That makes the rupture easy to spot. But if I were you, I'd stay as far away from it as possible. Oh, a focal point of infection, you mean? That makes sense. Any infection must have a source. I mean the rupture in the ground. Didn't they tell you that anger, death, and shabnaks are all born of the earth? Well, now you know. In other words, somewhere in this district there's a hotbed of bacteria-ridden dirt with a distinct flower next to it. I should collect a sample. Are you out of your mind? How would you react if someone went after your mother? Disturb the earth and the shabnak will only see you. She won't rest until she strangles the life from you. How am I supposed to understand the nature of an infection if I don't study it? She's wandered off right now. Maybe you could pull this off? If you find the flower, scrape the dirt beneath it. But next time the shabnak will be close by, mark my words. You'll have to stop her somehow to collect your sample, or dodge her, I don't know. Anyway, you're better off just staying home. What doesn't exist cannot harm me. I just need to keep my imagination in check. Oh, right, because words can't kill. No one's ever died after the thousands of times someone said fire, I hate you, or I declare war. I was like... I had to stop myself mentally in the middle of the sentence to not say I declare a thumb war. What? There's a focus of infection here that I need to find. The louder the sound, the closer I am. Sound?
You invented this yourself.
Thumb war working.
This seems good. No, this is fine.
Please? Please?
Really? I'm going insane.
Hi? What?
That sounded good.
Oh, the shaking is the Shabnak. Okay.
Yeah, the Shabnak-a-do.
I don't know how I feel about the Shabnak being, humanoid now.
Should be studied, Denkotsu.
I kinda liked it when it was like a weird doll, you know?
Except Shabnax has always been humanish.
Not in the original.
In Pathologic 2, you meet a Shabnak?
We?
Yes.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh god, I forget her name.
It's not the changeling, is it?
No. She's a specific person, and I'm blanking on her name.
Do you know what title she would have? Oh, fuck. Well, that just bops me. The only issue is I don't know what sound... Oh, fuck. There I go. You know, for being an avatar of death, she's actually quite tame. Inventory, that's what I'm looking for, because I need to... Calmalel, a universal medicine made of mercury chloride. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
I mean, remember when we are. Also, that's right, it was Aspity who I was thinking of was implied to be a Shabnak.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could kind of make sense, but I don't remember what's... Also, wow. Let's take some tobacco.
Think, damn it.
I'm just gonna keep calling them Shabnak-a-doos and you cannot stop me.
It's funny because it was called the Shabnak-a-deer initially, and they changed it to Shabnak-a-dag?
I'm pretty sure it's both.
It might be, I just...
Just having the worst fucking time.
The main issue is I'm having a hard time navigating because of the low light conditions. But also, I'm supposed to be looking for a sound, and I don't know what sound I'm looking for. said also look for a flower and a rupture. Oh, is this it? This is the key to our victory over
there's the noise.
This is the key to the victory of the Shabnak. I must collect the spores from the ground into the prototype. Shabnak is not going to like this, but I shouldn't turn away too long or flee. Oh, I have to stick around and avoid the Shabnak. Gross. This seems a little ridiculous, not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
I got the sample to the still water. There's an albinic with a long beak in there which I can prepare the charge. No time for the analyzer. Oh, time to get punched! Ow! About face, well, straight left. I have realized that this map tends to lie to me. There we go, God. How to get punched again.
Yes, they are feminine spirits playing bone, and name in part means demon.
I'm assuming the Shabnak is that name. That was a great 2 hours wasted, I want to say. I'm not welcomed here. You killed him like an animal, don't you get it? You went up for water, and as soon as you stepped over the threshold, someone slit his throat. I've never seen so much blood in my life. He's still lying there in a puddle, eyes open, staring at the sky. Bloody beasts. People like that need a muzzle and a leash. What's up ahead that requires the presence of patrolmen? Well, there's that district's rioting. They put us here to keep order, but it turns out there's nothing left to keep. It's all gone to hell in a handbasket. People have lost their minds, stalking armed through the streets. Scaring off thieves is one thing, but this, they're rioting. Can't you hear the shots, Doctor? Knives are bared. Take one step in the street and you'll be choking on your own blood. I'd keep that windpipe unventilated, thank you very much. I was in a choir before the plague. I got a 2-shot. If anything, I'll give him a scare. A 2-shot? A debutante? Oh, Rattler's more likely to make them laugh, Doctor. No, you need a proper gun here. Ignat, give the Doctor our revolver, will you? So you are armed. What are you scared of, then? It's a matter of principle, Doctor. Life is like your liver, right? You only get one, no spares. I'd rather drink it to death myself than let a neighbor stick a knife in it. I told him back when they issued me the gun, I'm gonna keep my hands clean. I'm fine with scaring folks and chasing them off, but killing is where I draw the line. You can keep going if you want, but count us out. Here, I'll even give you the revolver. You have ammo? We do, but not much. It's a rare commodity. And maybe that's for the best. Shooting just makes noise and it only attracts more of the fiends. Some thugs that come at you don't get trigger happy. Threaten them first. Shove the barrel in his face, give him a scare. That'll buy you time to run. Only 2 things worth preserving in a riot. Your honor, your neck, and your ammo. That's...
only 2 things, yeah.
3 things, but no matter. It's dangerous out here. I must be ready to defend myself with a weapon. It's better to load the gun, but the locals don't know if it's loaded. They only see a revolver aimed at them. They're afraid. One shot into the air or the deaths of the feral riders will frighten them eventually. It's important to not let them realize I'm out of ammo. I can always run away, but I'll only be fast enough if I use my stimulants.
Okay, so you do have a choice. Also load your gun.
Oh, I do have bullets. I was about to ask with what?
Yeah, they straight up said they had some bullets on them.
Look at how ponderously slow this reload is.
I mean, he's not trained.
I know, it's great.
Also, once again, breach action revolvers look fucking sick as hell.
Yeah. 5.
So remember, just point. Do it quick and run. You can also fire into the air to spook them. You don't need to kill them. I feel like not killing them is a good idea.
Not trained, but has a cowboy load. What does that mean? He leaves an open chamber because we only have 5 bullets.
Yeah, you didn't need to point your gun. They weren't coming at you.
They were.
Slowly.
You were saying?
Okay, not so slowly at that point. There's also some boys on your right.
Oh, I heard.
Directional audio, my beloved.
Man, one punch and that's all the way to 20.
Look, our boy Dankovsky has his bones made of glass.
I mean, it tracks.
Skin made of paper.
Oh, one of them had a knife, that's why.
Well, you know what they say. Your life is like your liver.
You only have one. Cowboy load is leaving the next chamber empty, so the hammer is sitting over an empty chamber. Ah. Oh yeah, the Shavnak did punch me. True.
Coke slam. Did I get to you with the Stone Cold Stunner?
I should be not cared about here. That's what I meant by when I said he leaves an empty chamber. You, give me stimulation.
I could use some quiet.
I need to crank it.
Gotta crank my hog. I wish I could.
Please don't.
Look, I'm more than a little obsessed over that stupid Winter Olympics thing that was mentioned this weekend.
Oh, you mean where they were injecting their penis with, I forget what the chemical is, to make it a little bit bigger?
Yeah,
just so their suits are bigger because it gives them more airtime?
Mm-hmm. Also, I have to mention it, we're finally back. They call it the Broken Heart in 2 and 3, but I'll only ever remember it as the Twirine Shabine.
Same. I miss the name. I really do.
Fucking
Twirine Shabine was so fucking good.
Hyaluronic acid, yes. Used for face scrubs and blemish serums. And we were injecting acid into our ding-dongs.
To make them like a centimeter or 2 bigger. It's fine, Selnar. It's worth it for the bigger suit for more airtime and Olympic ski jumping. It's fine. The Olympic Village will put them to the test, them and their impotence. Okay, Selnar, please do not tell me about your cheese wheel shaped dick. I kinda dig this track here in the Twirine Shabine. I mean, the Broken Heart.
Sorry about that. No one knows about knocking here.
Damn, ain't that a mood.
Privacy is an implication.
Privacy. My favorite is like the classic time-honored knock and open the door anyway.
Mm-hmm. Also, wow, did they make the song better?
Yeah. I mentioned it before you got back, but like I enjoyed this track. It's a good track.
Yeah, like it's going really hard. Also, it's really funny because Pathologic 2 exists that, they could just use this again and it fucking fits. It's probably why this was so easy to make, because they just have all the assets.
It still took 6 years, so, you know.
What?
Yeah, I think it's mainly because they were trying to figure out how they wanted to present The Bachelor, you know, rather than just, what's it called? Doing the same beats over and over again.
Also, to be fair, it is also a lot of new assets.
Piano is interactable.
Also, I can't believe that picture had full bush.
Yeah, right? Look, it's artistic.
Yeah,
Why
bush.
laugh? I'd stock up on hanging rope if I weren't too lazy for that.
Holy shit.
Damn, dude, what the fuck?
Andrei Stamatin, the Manic Architect. Pub owner, reveler, and murderer. Andre and I studied together briefly at university. We met during the student riots. I stitched up his gunshot wound myself. An unexpected reunion. Andre always felt confined by dogma and morality. Only a fool could expect him to come to town and settle for simply pouring twirine and nothing more.
I guess it's best when you see him less.
Wow, he actually does have a noose around his neck. I see the dust of my beloved capital on this man's feet. Cue the fanfare. I'm sure we've met before. Wait a minute, university? Juggling knives on the table? That was you, wasn't it? Ah, remembering the time we got the better of those bastards, huh? And you sat there all demure, but when the tables went over you, grabbed the gun. Yeah, I remember. Very brave of you. Those were the days, and look at me now. Yeah, I remember, but you weren't a medic, were you? You used to go gallivanting with your own crowd.
We want to look for Ruben, but we also wanted to come here.
Yeah, this is specifically for establishing the hospital, because that is like the big criticism that the interrogator is levying across us. That also means we're gonna have to come back to this day again and do it again to figure out what happened to Ruben. But in order to, you know, not die, we have to do this first.
We're gonna be coming back to the early days a lot, I'm guessing, due to knock-on effects.
Yeah. No, my friend, a medic I am not. Just the other way around. An architect, and one of the best. Hey, why is
Also,
the
don't
other...
forget that you could always check your little pin board.
Oh, I'm aware.
For... Yeah.
Not much has
Sorry, I
changed.
came in
This
a little late.
Wait, why is it the other way around? I'm Andre Stamatin, the Downgate. The Alley of Heroes Ensemble, the other stairway around. The House, which earned me an expulsion from the Architects Guild. My little brother and I designed them all, but he gets all the laurels and I get the curses. That's just how things go. I can't believe this is Liquid Stamatin. Really? I didn't know all that was your work. It's an honor to meet you. And my joy. So you've come from the capital. What's the situation? How's your university's court of miracles? Is Sapego still alive and kicking? Old bastard still owes me a lot of money, come to think about it. I didn't present my thesis there, but rather at the academy. My topic was a bit too bold for the university elders, I think. What, you resurrect the dead or something? Almost. I'm testing human boundaries, shoving death aside, let's say. Well, since you're here now, tell me, have you tried the Twire yet? It's a very special drink. The step herbs here have a particular characteristic. When infused in liquor, the effects on a man can be, mind-blowing. I admit it's quite an addictive business. Architecture was getting old anyways. Not yet. You know, I'm glad to meet someone from my old life here. We'll talk again. I need to ask you something urgent now, though. Well, you are your own master, I suppose. Like they say, a man's life is his to ruin. How can I lighten the mood, then? I heard some of your medicine is being distributed through your establishment. An alleged vaccine for this devilish sand plague? Why not? No guts, no glory, or so they say. Come on, tell me more. You must have heard that this damn pest ran through here 5 years ago, right? The worms didn't sit idly by after that. They threw together a remedy. Dead gruel, they called it. The young girl Gibbsy came to me and suggested I hand it out at the pub. Clever of him. Dead gruel, huh? Fitting name. Might as well add it to the menu at this point. I wouldn't think you of all people would be scared of something like that. You're a doctor. It's an herbal concoction brewed with infected blood. There's some entrails thrown in there for flavor. Fucking gross, dude! You make a tiny cut, rub on a smidgen, and you go to bed breathing easy. A vaccination if I ever saw one. I'm at a loss for words. Has this remedy even been put through trials? Look behind you, see the dancer? She's got some of the stuff yesterday, and then walked through the sick district to pay her lover a visit. And here she is now, dancing her feet off. You die in 5 hours from the sand pest, don't you? 8 if you're tough. And here she is like nothing's happened. I hope old Gibsky Jr. began his human experimentation with himself as the first test subject. Don't panic, Professor. The step concoction works, I'm sure of it. I was just about to try it on myself before you came and distracted me. The dancer participated in the experiment and still lives? I need to examine her immediately. We'll return to this conversation later. Guinea pig was the dancer. The sand pest culture present in Vlad's serum. We also got a casebook.
Ooh.
Contains information about the patient, their lifestyles and complaints. Should be marked as symptoms, even though patients are often mistaken about their own conditions. Symptoms will help
This is very true.
Yeah, we did this in the demo, and we also had a little tutorialization of this, so it's a little odd that it's happening again.
I don't know, it's one of those things, if you can always trust the patient on the symptoms, you can never trust them on a diagnosis.
Yeah. Do they have to update the assets to the current engine they use? I didn't know about that, because it looks the same for the most part.
No, there are a lot of updated assets, characters in particular.
I admit I do like the Sand Plague, was always seen as something supernatural even as far as the original, but it only became more eldritch and monstrous. It really is just straight up a sentient killer plague now. It's kind of funny.
Well, it's a manifestation of the earth.
I mean, then again, it's always been kind of eldritch. Remember that in the original game, the plague would manifest as rusty angels.
I still wouldn't quite call it eldritch. It is spiritual nature, though. It is very arcane, but it is a manifestation of the pain of the earth after a giant spike was driven through it.
Symptoms will help me diagnose the patient. When a symptom is marked in the casebook, I can ask more about it. So it makes sense to mark all the complaints, even dubious ones. Later, I can remove the mark. Click the name of the disease here and hold X to confirm the diagnosis. The button next to the disease's name will show a detailed description, transmission types, risk groups, so on. This will help determine the diagnosis when in doubt.
It's why they mentioned before that the steppe people aren't affected by specifically this, the Sand Plague.
This is a weird one because I remember in the original the stuff was glitchy. Mainly that it was hard to like see this stuff right here. Also the assets are different here. Coughing blood, chest pain, headache. Anemic vasculopathy. Cyanosis. Oh. Cold limbs. Consumption.
All my homies love TB.
Hepatitis, influenza, ink syndrome, lymphonitis.
This is a lie. Nobody likes TB.
Huh. Neuropathia, epidemia. I'm glad that they have more like assets for this, because in the original there was only like 3 photos, and it made things a little difficult to diagnose. Did I say original? I meant demo. Twirine syndrome.
I don't know what that means, Shrike.
Andre says the dancer was in an infected district and stayed healthy thanks to folk medicine. I don't want to rush to conclusions. You can really tell that this is in streamer mode if you look at the model. Man.
Mm-hmm. That's because Wang is a coward.
I'd like to keep this little operation going, Torpid. I don't know if I could get away with I-Wing 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I think it'd be safe, but I've also streamed Tender Loving Care, so what do I know?
Oh, did they have, like, Booba out?
Oh, buddy!
Huh. Did the Yagashin send you? Why isn't he here? Why are you here? Who are you? So many questions. Andrew Stamatin steered me your way. What do you need, Erdim? I'm a doctor. I was told you traversed an infected district after a dose of dead gruel. I'd like to know how you feel now. Any complaints? No complaints. I live well. It is just that my heart aches. This was a line in the original, actually. When you talk to one of the herb brides, she mentions that her heart aches. It's cool that it's back here.
Well, given that the people who work here, the dancers, are former herb brides, yeah.
Yeah. The heart, I see.
Also,
Go ahead.
I'll explain after. No. Go on.
What sort of pain? Stabbing? Burning? Is it constant, or do you only feel it in the evenings? It's sinking, fluttering, like a moth on glass. Someone lives in my heart, not one of the not one of the Katang. Yeah, cause oh fuck. I can't remember if it was here or the demo, but someone made mention that they were dating a bride.
It was here. It was on the first day.
Yeah. No. I don't know.
I think it was when we it was around when we saw the dude run through on the door.
That was day 5.
It was day 5 then when we saw it.
Yeah, so it was the first stream of day 5.
Yeah.
AKA the inciting incident that we had to live through.
So we know she dies.
God, right.
Because we met the person who was with her.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking
Well,
about...
we can change the future, Wang.
That's kind of the whole point
change
of
it for love.
I can't believe we're playing fucking Eastern European Chrono Trigger. It's your symptoms that interest me, not your emotion. Please take this seriously.
Also, please, this is clearly Zero Escape.
Yeah, that's a good one too, honestly. The body does not suffer alone, Erdim. If there is pain, it's everywhere. My heart aches, my legs shake. That's more like it. Your legs are shaking, you say. How can you dance then? No one here knows how well I dance. I used to dance elsewhere. Not within the walls, out on the earth with my feet. I spoke to Mother Bodo. Then the lean year came. I went to the abattoir to pound the hides with my heels. The sanitary conditions at the main factory leave much to be desired. The abattoir is hard. The termitary is hard. I couldn't live there. Cramped, stony, far from the earth. I left. Lost my shelter. Lost my heart. Now I dance within the walls. I honestly really like what you're doing here because the talk of losing my heart reminds me of the intro of Pathologic 2. This is really good.
And it's also important to remember.
I just say I'm glad that they have like there's a term for it where they have like a document of things that are like to keep things consistent within a legacy. And I'm glad that they're doing little things like referencing the original game in lines.
It's like a story bible of sorts.
That's it. It's their game bible, yeah.
But I was gonna say it's also important to know about herb brides is that they are always barefoot, so they are in contact with the earth because that is their thing. They communicate with the earth.
How long ago did you marry a bat?
Oh, what about? Why can't you return to the steppe? I want to know.
I guess that is more important. Well, Why could
Do we want to learn about her as a person or diagnose shit, basically?
That's the interesting secret. That's the interesting thing, isn't it? Why couldn't she just return to the steppe? I told you, my heart is in the steppe no longer. My heart aches. My heart tires. The steppe won't console it. Tell me then, when did you first feel this malaise? Was it back in the termitory? That is where I felt it, when my legs began to shake, where my head grew heavy. Mulgazar, a bad place. Is that right? Thank you. How long you've been feeling unwell is essential information. Bilushi. Oh god, what the fuck is that? Oil gonoglib. Fuck. Have you asked your questions, Erdim? Do you need me anymore? I'd like to have a closer look at you if you'll allow it. I may find other symptoms on your person. Everyone here looks at me, Erdim. You can too. Still, step back for a bit from where you're the center of attention. You'll need to undress fully. Heightened heart rate. Like, 130 is a pretty bad heart rate, right?
It's pretty high.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, if our heart's running that high, even with regular exercise, something's up.
Heart.
Wouldn't that be tachycardia?
I don't know. Rapid pulse is the focus here. A pulse in the range of 60...
tachycardia.
In this case, it is higher. Okay.
I know words. Oh.
A scratch. We don't
know.
Yeah, well, it could be one of three things, so we shouldn't do anything yet. I kind of like this a lot. Like the vibe of it being like a detective story but medical is super interesting. Nothing else though. I think that bite mark in the wound is the curious one. I have some questions about what I saw on your body. I'm no Menku, Erdim. I only know of the Earth's body. The human body I do not know. What can I tell you? But you do know something about your own body. Tell me, does your heart only beat like that after dancing, or all of the time? My Zirkin, this wayward heart of mine, it beats all the time now as if I've been dancing. Never in its proper place, always trying to leap out to embrace its beloved. I see, let's continue. Looks a bit tree if his scratch wasn't the application of dead gruel done through a cut. I'm not 100% sure. I know Andre mentioned a bit of a cut, but I thought it was like in the ingredients, not the person. Though it seems like if it is in fact administered through a cut, it seems like they were trying to do what, herd immunization? It was a variolation. Oh, so that's what that is. Okay. I don't know why you're asking these questions, but if Andre Akai sent you, that's how it should be. I noticed you have some dermal symptoms, but I haven't recorded them. I might forget something if I don't. It's essential. Give me a moment and we can return to our discussion. Oh. I guess we have to write it down.
So we saw insect bites and a cut.
They don't show a cut, though, is the thing. Okay, yeah, you do have to select the symptoms because it says to be discussed with patients. Guess we could also call it.
Would it be anywhere else? What are the other places we can say?
Mucous membrane, circulatory system, vision, CNS, respiratory, GI.
Alright, yeah. So nothing specifically.
What happened on your back? The skin is inflamed. Scratch. A rash or some kind of acne? My back's burning, Ardim. So bad that sometimes I scratch till it bleeds. It only calms with cold things. Can you remember if you were bitten?
Now we know... see, now we know where the scratch came from.
Interesting. Can you remember if you've been bitten by an insect? I can't. It's autumn. Who can? Lots of gnats buzzing around. Tai Mulan. But when a gnat bites, it's better the next day. My back just burns worse and worse. You have dermal symptoms. Okay, I'm one step from a diagnosis.
Okay, let's do it again, because now we know she's got itchiness.
It's looking like lymphonitis.
Which we did learn you do get from, what is it? Mosquitoes.
Natural focal disease caused by Yersinia pestis bacteria, contact through infected patients, contaminated water, or mosquito bites. The infected experience muscle weakness, headaches, in some cases dizziness. The bite area becomes itchy. Later, a rash with an ulcer forms on the body. Patient experiences constant itching, ulcers may bleed, compromised immunity and constant scratching can lead to complications and death.
Also, she did mention her legs were shaking a lot, which would be dizziness. Go further down. It's under the brain.
Loss of coordination.
Loss of coordination.
Where's weakness, then? Oh, here we go. Because she did mention weakness, right?
I don't remember off the top of my head. But either way, yeah, no, this all scans.
Are you sure you want to diagnose this? Yes, please. Diagnosis determined. It's not Sandpest.
Well, yeah, because she's from the steppe. Can you talk to her about it?
No, she wasn't green, and I didn't have a prompt.
A firm hand's useless if the heart is soft.
Hey, while you were back there toying with my girl, I remember they opened some kind of deranged lab in the capital to exterminate death. It's called something funny. Veronica, maybe? Heard it, right? Right up your alley. I don't...
Okay, Andre's pretty great.
I was not intending to give him the solid Snake voice, but it kind of fits. That's my laboratory?
No, you're... Damn it.
You're flying high.
I was gonna...
What's up?
I was gonna say, you're Denkoski. You would have corrected his ass. Fanatica, thank you.
You're flying high. It makes that fall much more painful. I plan to fly for a while yet, thank you. If I can make it out of this town in time at least. You see, you and I are not just fellow students, we're fellow sufferers. My creations are also on the kill list for... What was it? Intellectual extremism and anti-humanism? I've been checking in occasionally, curious as to what else they decide to chop up. I don't mean the architecture. Anti-humanism in architecture? What? It's not over for Thanatica yet. We'll see who comes out on top. An attitude after my own heart. The broken one. How'd you like the ambience? What about my dancing girl? I do hope you're asking me as a doctor. What, you mean refuse to answer as a customer? What exactly did you presume? Come on now. It's a whole I have a whole ethnographic museum here, you could say. Heard of the herb brides yet? With their bare feet they touch the earth, and the earth bears the fire. Then I bear it down to a fantastic liquid. Everyone's happy.
Fucking monster shit, Shrike.
Procedure was commonly carried out by inserting running powdered smallpox scabs or fluid from pustules into superficial scratches made. Ah, yes, the. We really don't change as a people, do we? Because what was it? People were fucking licking doorknobs during COVID to get to try and get an immunization.
No, but that was actually a sort of like rudimentary vaccine. That smallpox scabs one.
Interesting.
Not as effective as modern vaccines, but it was a form of vaccination.
Yeah, because it's introducing it to the body so they don't know how to respond, but that's a live culture, isn't it? Well, quote-unquote live.
It's a scab.
Yeah, that's why I say quote-unquote live.
It was more effective than nothing.
Yeah. Dancing in a pub for an audience is not the same as dancing in a step, I'd say.
Also, I forgot to mention Kalman earlier. Spike driven into the earth? Yes, it is the spike driven through the bedrock of the town. Prop up the polyhedron.
Yeah, like... It's hard to keep track of this because this is, like, what? A quote-unquote comprehensive playthrough across 15 fucking years at this point. But when we played the original Pathologic one, we see it a lot more often than we do in this game. But the polyhedron is a, let's say a impossibility of architecture.
In affront to God, it is a violation of the natural order.
Like, the best thing to do is to look up Pathologic map and look at the odd thing in the room. But I hearken it to, like... It basically looks like a beehive, where the bottom of it is attached to a spike that is jammed in the earth. And it is a piece of architecture made by someone that involves the use of its own blueprints as structure. It is very odd.
It is straight up a violation of the natural order, which is why the Earth rejects it. In the original game, it was also stated that it would regularly bleed from the hole where the spike was driven.
It is the town's own Tower of Babel. I suppose, but there are some townspeople and some events that state that a miracle could be housed in there, so it is...
It is the one place safe from the sand plague.
Yes, that as well. There's another thing that could happen there, but I don't know if that's canon or not at this point.
Yeah.
What, getting a holier than thou on me? I don't drag anyone in here by the throat, they come on their own. So what about the dancing girl? Thought you wanted to check on how she was doing after the dead gruel. I'm not sure about the dead gruel. I don't think she's showing signs of the plague, but I'd give her the day off anyway. She's sick with something else.
No. We did confirm it is an infectious disease, so you might want to say a second one.
Yeah. Like, this feels like it's implying the same thing, but, like, on Stubmatten's, like, casual level. She has a different infectious disease, possibly contagious. She said she lived in the Termitiary until recently, and she must have contracted it there. But it's not the plague. Anything else could be cured. And you're just the man to do it. What say you? Will you treat our Kulan? Wait, did you say Kulan? I know that name. She said she was in love, and he wasn't a man of the step. Andre... How do I count it? Tomorrow. She's gonna die of the plague tomorrow, and the next day I'll meet her lover at the warehouses.
Oh my god, he's piecing it together. Holy shit.
Danny, you told me you didn't try the twire? You don't need it with that head of yours. You hear yourself? You just assured me Kulin had some malady other than the plague, and now you're raving sheer nonsense? I need to take a breath. You told me Kulin walked through the plague district to see your lover. Your lover's a bandit, is it not? He just looks the part. Kind of soul as you're run to find, all bark no bite. You know what he calls you medical lot? Sawbones. Learned that word from him. Pixie Sawbones, that's him, that's the one who...
That is an interesting...
You're looking at number 2 as well, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard this as well. Big City Sawbones. That's him. That's the one who told me Kulin died from the plague. But she's standing right there. Live as they come. Really, Dankowski, take a seat, maybe. Rest a little. Spout some high caliber nonsense. Is your lack of sleep talking, or did you have a little too much of the good stuff? I'm rambling for lack of sleep. All I meant to say is that I suspect Kulin may have the plague after all. How's that? You're making my head spin. What up with the other malady you found? Was that a mistake? No, she's infected with something else and it slows down the plague. It is just a hypothesis, it needs testing, but it would explain everything, this whole peculiar clinical procedure. Huh. I figured the healthier you are, the better your chance of survival. Turns out the plague gobbles down the sick more slowly. Not to her taste, perhaps? It's not proven yet, it's just a
I think the first one might get to him better, but yeah.
Only those suffering from infectious diseases, I think. The onset of the first infection is more acute, and we don't see any signs of the plague. For a while, at least. So what now? You make Kulin your lab rat and shut down my pub? I need to speak with the local authorities as soon as possible. I need a research facility, people, emergency powers. Look at you, all bossy. Did you learn that from directing test tubes back in the capital? Did they goose step for you like good little soldiers? Till next time, Andre, that dead grill's as good as poison. Don't tempt fate. Oh. Uh-oh.
I can't promise it'll taste good, but it will be piping hot.
I seem to be a bit too excited.
Don't mind me, just pounding back some morphine, bucka.
Oh, man. This is the second time we talked about morphine today.
We don't need to talk about the other one.
No, we don't. Let me check something real quick. Where is my phone? There you are. Okay. I need to, like, Alt-tab out of this fucking Discord channel, because I can't stand having those two looking at me. It's so fucking uncomfortable. What's weird is that COVID shows that this could be true, with stronger immunities causing more severe symptoms, while kids survive with milder symptoms, but more long-term effects. Yeah, well, you get more severe symptoms because it's your body actively rejecting the disease, so you have like a more immediate and forceful response.
You know, it's once again very funny how COVID was able to inform this game. Because, like, yes, pandemics have always happened, but we got a very modern one with a lot of modern tracking on it.
Yeah, traditional or otherwise. There's a
so there's a lot of info gained from COVID.
Time to study the sample. Gotta get
Better or
emergency
worse?
powers. And Reuben. I should see if I could get to Reuben while I'm still here.
That's what I was thinking. Modern documentation.
I should probably do the emergency powers now so we lock that in, and then I can save Reuben later. Also, for those that for what we were talking about a while ago, this is the polyhedron right here. It's a lot tamer than it actually is. It looks a lot tamer than it actually is. Also, wow, stabbed right into the fucking water supply. Good lord. No wonder this shit went into a hand. This shit went fucking crazy. How do I calm down? Yeah, let's talk to the people in the town hall. As they want me to do this path again. Weird. 33 minutes to go this way versus... Yeah. What is the game trying to get me to do here? Well, I guess it's because I'd be going through two plague paths.
Something is unraveling.
I do have 5 calamels. And I can overheal. Interesting.
The bitch is back!
He's gonna drop kick you.
I mean, you're not wrong, Festivore.
Choke slam! A DDT! Oh!
Look at this Swedish coming for that booty.
Where am I? Okay, I'm on the right direction.
No, you're not gonna get the flower at the center of the district or whatever?
Not now, because we already have a sample. We just need to research it. And I just need to take a hard left.
Plague rages here.
Correct? Yes, perfect. And it was quicker. I know the town better than some algorithmic way to get through. I'm the doctor in this operation.
Nah, it just takes the main roads. That's the difference.
Yeah, kinda. It is nice that you could get payoffs for, you can actually, like, be, you can have a payoff for knowing the town better than what is recommended to you. I think that's kinda neat. I do need to calm the fuck down, though. They can't get enough. The blood is real! I need other apathy-inducing situations. Where are the sad things? Me yelling at the manic Danny boy, go white boy, go. God. Why is that observable? Hey! The Haruspects!
Our boy, the Harrispecs, let's go!
I'm told that I've been sought after by a local butcher. He wants to talk. He looks very out of place in the town hall. Atami Burak, Cub, Ripper. This man seems to have many names as people who know him. He was a local healer, or Menku, a surgeon, a half-blood, a killer. Not liked, but respected. He is holding a heart in his hand right now. He completely failed to understand what truly made his hometown so fascinating. We were like two people walking in the same street from opposite ends.
You don't know what you've got until it's gone.
Oh god, we still have yassified Artemi Barak. I hate this. I don't think he looks as bad as in the demo, but man, this is odd to say the least. At first I thought they refurnished the town hall. Then I realized the furniture is the same, but the smell has changed. A new person. Have I got some special scent? Every person has a special scent, Amshin. You are no exception. I promise to take a bath. I will probably regret asking this, but what is it I smell of? Oh god, I'm getting more manic! Your clothes smell of soot and grime. Those who live in the capital and have only just come off the train always smell like that. As for your flesh, you are not drinking enough water. Your body is dehydrated. That makes it smell of pond scum. Your system is telling you it needs water, but it looks like you're not listening to it. Diagnosis by smell. That's a new one. This keen sense of smell runs in the family. Father always used to know who was going to knock on our door before it happened. People thought it was some sort of sorcery, but it was just the smell of their dirty, disease-ridden bodies. The very ones he worked with day in and day out.
I mean, what are you talking about, Danko? Smell is important.
I wouldn't say it's a peculiar gift. I suspect it's more of a curse, a hindrance to your job. Smell is the most disgusting thing about people. It's so fucked up, man.
Hey, you could just call him more of a hunter than a doctor.
Yeah. Depends on how you look at it. A disease, Amshin, often does manifest as a smell, especially if it's deep in the organs. I'm too heavily burdened with my education and my academic degree. You better take that into account if we're to work together. Qui adit scientiam, adit et laborum. I haven't spent my whole life here, you know. I've been studying medicine. Just returned a few days ago. You study medicine, yet you still believe in diagnosing by smell?
I like the second one. Oh.
Sorry, man. Gotta react a bit.
You gotta read them.
I am reading them. It's just I pick what I feel in the moment. It might just be what you lack, Amshin. You are a stranger here, and it is limiting your options a lot. I could help you. Jerboa? That last one seems a little messed up. Stranger, stranger, like a seagull.
Hey, that's any small town, though.
To just point at you and to just, like, scream horribly.
No, to be just immediately able to sniff out the new guy.
Ah, yeah. I won't say no to an extra doctor, but your, step practices might be a problem, I'm afraid. The patients won't be pleased if you sniffed him head to toe like some kind of sleuth. Why are we bringing up jerboas? It is in the first option, and I don't know what that is.
A type of funny-looking rodent.
Huh. Oh, that's funny.
They're cute as fuck, dude.
No. I'm thinking of the first Pathologic playthrough, and my my esteemed guest in my pocket.
No. I'm gonna post you a picture directly, Wang. That's a jerboa.
Oh, these dudes. Okay.
They're cute as fuck.
Looks like you're so impressed with my sense of smell, Amshin, that you're gonna joke about it for the rest of the day. Joke all you want, then. But do keep in mind, I'm a local, and I'm allowed to cut open bodies. You're not. What are you going to do about that? You do have a point there. Hadn't thought of that. We will indeed need to dissect bodies, but what's in it for you? My town is dying before my eyes. My father's dead. I can't just stand idly by. I think that's noble, but I must warn you, if we fail, and fail we shall, it's just a matter of the number of victims, and then we'll be on trial, you as my accomplice. Are you ready for that? I am. This seems too theatric for Danko. Then we have a deal. My decisions echo in the future.
Yeah, because you chose to work with Barack.
Barack and me agreed to help each other in the sand pest. I could find a use for his hands. So here's something very funny. In terms of proper literature English, you should always regard to others before yourself. Such as if I were to recount, say, me hanging out with friends somewhere, I would say something along the lines of, Torpo and I went to the theater. However, Danko's insistence of associating with himself first, plays to his arrogance, and I kinda like that.
I'll say he used me instead of I.
That's another one that's a little weird. Why would he use me?
Me and Barack. He puts him first. It's fine. Because I and Barack doesn't sound the same.
True, that is just linguistically wrong. But I still gotta prioritize.
I write my fanfiction, Barack and me.
What?
Denkovsky, you're back. That means I've won. Of course I'm back, as if I had a choice.
And what for whom?
Yeah, I guess you would wonder why the fuck they're talking about. My assistant was certain you'd try to flee town. We even made a wager. But you came back, which means my assistant owes me. So that's the reputation I have. Nulla dicin vinculus. Confrangentibus? That's a fucking mouthful. Enough with the jokes. You examined the dancer, right? What's her diagnosis? I did examine her. Let me be frank. The vaccine won't protect anyone. The subject has the plague. I suspected as much, but I hope that... Are you certain, Denkovsky? The medical term is intercurrent disease. One illness can slow down the progression of another. The dancer is ill with more than just the sand fever, and that's why she's still alive. Alas, her days are numbered. I see. Listen, Denkovsky, I'd like you to take charge of the Epidemic Emergency Command. I will give you authority to issue decrees on quarantine measures. Oh, wow, I read that wrong completely. It will give you the authority to issue decrees on quarantine measures, supply logistics, or anything else upon which our salvation depends.
Danko would absolutely take the first option.
Oh, absolutely. Perfect. I'm tired of seeing the results of other people's decisions. Looking at you, Olginsky Jr. You fucked me.
It's how easily you bend to others' wills, Highwing.
Well, the problem is the other option would absolutely collapse people's confidence in us. But also, we're in a unique scenario where I can't keep stimulating this fragile heart of mine. We need a doctor who's ready to make decisions, like Isidore Barak did 5 years ago. First, we need to inform Vlad the Younger of his dismissal. He should hand everything over to you. Tell him this is my personal order.
Can't get too big an ego or else your body will collapse under the weight of it.
I'd prefer to not waste any time, but the handover is necessary, you're right. Make no delay. We still need to reorganize the emergency command's operations. Tell me, what will we need to start off, Dankowski? I need a hospital, space, people. Orderlies, I mean, not patients. I need patients too, but there won't be any shortage of those. We'll provide you with orderlies, and you'll have volunteers starting today. Finding a space will be trickier. Not just any building will do, will it? Something spacious with plumbing and at least access to clean water, ideally with windows for ventilation. Inspector, you are given command of the disease response team, and then your nose bled so hard you passed out. I was a little excited, that's all. And then your baboon heart exploded, and then you cut to Dankowski, and he's just like collapsed in the chair. Here's the places I could think of. The cathedral, the theater, the termitiary, and the polyhedron. All of them are large enough and can fit many people, though they were built for other purposes. You should visit them yourself to see if any will serve. Oh god, I gotta walk around town to see these places? Fuck. It's 7 p.m! Come back to the town hall when you've made up your mind. We'll work out the remaining details. Equipment, operating procedures. In the meantime, I'll look for some work hands. The decision makers shouldn't have to see everything personally. No need to spread yourself too thin. I'm gonna have to spread myself thin, Sabarov. I have so many permutations to go through. Thank you for your cooperation, Sabarov. Glass tower. Interesting that they cut off all the other events. Or did they? Oh, it's a new fork. Okay. So I need to check out the theater, the polyhedron, the cathedral. And that was it, right? Oh, they wanted to do the abattoir.
I say, I don't think the previous game actually explored the polyhedron that much.
It does, but only specifically in unique positions in the Harspecs, and a lot more in the Changeling.
I'm talking about 2.
Oh, 2? No. 2 is interesting in that it doesn't look into those who, you know, orchestrated the whole thing. It leans in a lot more on the actual mysticism of the steppe, specifically with the Rat King and the theater. Because
no, you also learn exactly who caused the second sand plague.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just letting you know that the instance of the polyhedron is never explored because we never have the impetus to go there. But like the mystique, more specifically, is leaned in through interactions with the theater and the Rat King, specifically when you fail. Oh, hey.
What must be done, must be done.
Hello.
No matter how hard it is.
Hello, Dankowski. I have been expecting you. I heard rumors you disapproved of the vaccination we've been forced to use. Let me say in my own defense, however imperfect, it's better than nothing. I think this is the most important thing to ask. Your father in the town hall was boasting about it. Where does this vaccine of yours come from? You see, I have reason to study the kin's way of life. That is, our workers, of whom my father unjustly considers subhuman. It's simply not true. During the first outbreak, they fabricated a makeshift remedy from the sand pest. And now I've taken it upon myself to issue a vaccination decree. God, all of these are fucking mean. Wow. Gonna take a wild guess using the polyhedron is a very bad idea. Not really. I would argue, based on the knowledge we have from Pathologic 1 HD, it would be functionally impossible to use the polyhedron as a hospital.
Correct. Also, we don't have access to it.
That's kind of what... That's half of what I mean when I say it would be functionally impossible.
Yeah, the only person who really uses it is the younger, the Kane child.
Yeah, Khan's faction, specifically the Dogheads.
Yeah, it's where, what was it, like 400 children in the town are?
Yeah.
Completely untouched by the plague.
Tell me, Vlad, do you have a medical education? This isn't rhetoric. Please answer the question. Where did you study to be a doctor? I didn't. Fine, then. Let's go step by step. What makes you think your so-called vaccine works? I told you, I witnessed the results with my own eyes. The sand pest buries people within the day, but those who took the vaccine are still alive. The testing took place in the termitiary. You wouldn't be allowed inside as my father is, let's say, touchy about that. But there's Stamanton's pub as well, you could check there. I've already... Wow, this is fucking mean. Here's a riddle for you, Vlad. There's one bullet loaded in a revolver. I point at you and pull the trigger. You hear a click. Does that mean the revolver is tied and tested? That was actually pretty good. I like that. Honestly, all these decisions are good dialogues. Nah, we gotta go with the smoking gun. I've already checked. And so, the dancer is still alive because a different illness is slowing down the sand pest's progression. She has a day left, no more. Truly? That's worrying. I've been checking in on Kulan every couple of hours, and they keep telling me she's fine. Does that mean that the vaccination decree has to be revoked? We sent a copy to the Stillwater for you. Burn it in the fireplace. That's exactly why I'm here. You need to hand over your responsibilities to me, right now. Sabarov's orders. And everyone, including your father, will have to accept it. This sucks because being manic has a really good, tangible benefit in this game. Yet I'm dying. You may have trouble believing...
You care too much.
I care so hard my heart is going to burst out of my chest. Literally.
Yeah, you're a real bleeding heart.
In more ways than one. You may have trouble believing it, but I'm glad, actually. Glad that a doctor will be leading the fight against the epidemic. I only accepted this position because others were afraid of making mistakes. I hope we don't part as enemies. We'll likely have to work together in the future. We'll see.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes.
Same as it ever was. Return to the Stillwater and I'll arrange to move the emergency command to there immediately. You'll be assigned a personal secretary to help with the paperwork. He'll explain the details. For now, your decrees will decide the fate of the town. Congratulations, Dankovsky, and my condolences. You did what you could, which was brave, and like all bravery, it was risky. Where's my Where's my sedatives?
More at ease. More clear.
Why is that glowing? Okay, we still have to stretch ourselves really thin. We have 4.5 hours to check out the abattoir, the theater, and these two. My only issue is that I don't know what's the best route. My instincts are telling me to walk outside the step, but I don't know if they'll let me. Because I think it'd be quicker if I were to just go along the train tracks. I think
Follow your dreams.
Technically, we are. Oh god, there's the theater too. I think it'll have to be the theater, polyhedron, cathedral, and then end at the abattoir. Just because if I were to go to the abattoir first, it would be really awkward to get to the theater afterwards. Alright, I gotta actually leave. Find something to calm me the fuck down. All I see are stimulants out here. Gumsky is now suspended from decision making. I need to formally take power. Cease. Swing sick, calm me down.
I'd rather not hear this.
Okay, so you're not allowed to free roam at certain points. You have to move.
Yeah, I think if you're going through a plague district, you need to do this.
I'm running out of ammo, and that's concerning. Especially when this
keep
happens.
moving.
I do like that you can see, like, Bone, the skeleton, but also the skeleton is, like, fragmented. Like, I'm gonna sound like a real Kaname Date tier freak here, but I noticed the hip bones immediately, and they were broken in thirds.
Also, the Shabnaks are made of clay and bone, so you know.
Yeah.
Alright, you have detective vision.
Yes, because I'm clearly a detective.
You know what I fucking mean, bitch.
I know. It's more of a criticism on game design in some ways, but in this game I kind of fucking need it. Hey, what are you doing? You can't wander around here. I'm looking for ways to get inside. No entry. Big Vlad's orders. I just spoke with him. He asked me to pass on your new orders to let me inside the termitiary. Do you think we're complete morons? Well, it was worth a try. May I at least have your names, brave guardsman? Well, what do you want to know? Just make it come. I think this is probably what he'd say, just because Dinkowski really strikes me as a snide man whenever people, like, get in his way, you know? Oh, for my report. When the town dies, there'll be an investigation, a court-martial. And when they ask me, why didn't you open a hospital? I'll give them your names. What do you mean? What does this have to do with this? I'm trying to save the town, and you're getting in my way. We're not getting in anyone's ways, we're just following orders. But what if that order of yours is in fact unlawful, and following it causes the death of a town? At least I'll still be alive. Me, my job's simple. Stand here and guard. Incredible. Is the world to go to pot? Or am I to go without my tea? What are you, nuts? What tea? What are you talking about? Get lost or I'll call for backup. Fine. This is about as productive as beating a dead horse anyway.
I love how just talking to these people makes you wish for the embrace of death.
I mean... Oh, it's so funny how in between Pathologic 1 and 2 and 3, I would hesitate at the thought of saying this, but boy howdy is this an accurate fucking reflection of the times. Well, everything's going to shit, but I didn't vote for him.
But, really quick, actually.
Eh?
Weren't we supposed to do something about the secret, well, the study in the mansion?
Are you talking about the Stillwater?
I remember the kid picking the locked door.
That was a event for day...
2, right, shit.
Yeah. Was it 2? I know what you're referring to, but that is a different day.
So, yeah, it's day 2. Because what happened is, they said it happened 3 days before, and they said that on day 5.
Okay.
I remember things.
I'm dancing between 4 different video games, so stuff leaks out like amalgam when I get stabbed.
And I dance between games too, you're not special.
Sometimes people actually make me think, is this place worth saving? I firmly believe that it is, against my better judgment. Even with what happens,
my stance is...
I was just gonna say, in the worst of times, I still strive to be an optimist.
For me, it's not about optimism or anything. It's about not my choice to make.
And in this insane reality, it kind of is exactly that.
If they want to spiral, they can do it on their own time.
Spiraling. Ah, man, no. Apologies for the tangent, but Noja fucking rules, and everyone should watch it.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Oh god, I like this poster. Oh, hey. God, it's weird seeing this place actually look like a theater.
My point being, though, just because people are fucking idiots doesn't mean they deserve to die.
Mark Imhotel, the impresario. How do you pronounce that? I always thought
Impresario?
Impresario, okay. Because I remember seeing this in Final Fantasy VI, but I always called him the Impresario, but looking at it again, I'm like, that's not the right pronunciation at all.
Yeah, it's an impresario.
Director of the local theater. All the world is a stage, and so on and so forth. Clearly a man as educated as he is jaded by his own intellect. prone to perceiving reality on too many levels. I don't think he's said a single word to me in seriousness.
Actors are desperate, hungry creatures, ready to trade off mother and father for another round of applause.
Damn, fucked up.
Okay.
What an honor to have such a distinguished guest at our rehearsal. Or do you count as a participant already? How can I help you, Dankovsky? I've been tasked with finding a suitable location for a hospital. So you've decided to drop by the theater? You've got a sense of humor, I'll give you that. Buildings are a lot like actors. In dark times, they have to learn to adapt to new roles. I suppose there's a kind of poetry in an opera house becoming an operating theater. But why on earth would I agree to this? God, should I play to his angle? Imagine the immersive performances. Spectres lying in cots instead of sitting in chairs while Death herself stalks between the rows, rolling the dice to find her newest players. Sounds enticing. It also portrays what an amateur you are. People come to the theater for a fantasy, Dankovsky. To be safe in make-believe. The audience only loves death when it can't hurt them. And if the blood that soaks through the stage is real, well, it will come at all. But if today there's no hospital, tomorrow there's no crowd. Make an investment in your audience. If they don't rest here, they'll rest in a grave. And then who was this all for? The angel that presided over my birth said, "Little creature, formed of joy and mirth, go love without the help of anything on earth." I noticed this about artists for a while now. When you're driven into a corner at a loss for words, you resort to hiding behind others, people's words. But no poetry will help you here. What else can I say? Whenever the prompter has frozen in silence. To hell with it, Dankovsky. Go on, open your hospital. Welcome to the stage. Thank you, Mark. I won't forget this. Why do I keep getting so fucking manic? Now the question is, must I review the other ones or can I just report in? Because time is at a premium. Also, oh, hey. You, have I heard it right? You've ordered the theater closed, leaving our troupe with nary a hope of sustenance. Are the good people of this town bereft of our performances? If you've a more suitable place for a hospital in mind, I'm all ears. The cathedral, the termitory, or even the polyhedron. Are there not enough spacious buildings in town for you, and yet you choose the theater instead? I've already visited several places, the theater being the most suitable among them. Where once there respect.
Doesn't your beak pinch?
How is that a response?
Just taking the piss out of this dramatic son of a bitch.
Mockery, how low. I bare my soul to him, and he mocks me. Calm down, no one's mocking anyone, I'm just curious. Why are you wearing a bird? Wait, I didn't... No, what?
You just noticed it's a bird costume?
No, I'm talking about the choice I made earlier. Because this seems like it was a choice made for the bird pecking, but my option mentioned that, like, I went everywhere and this is a suitable place, and he calls it a mockery.
I don't know, man.
A prop like any other used for performances. You don't think we walk around like this in our everyday lives, do you?
Yes.
The fabric has a dense weave. The beak could protect the respiratory tract. Huh. How many do you have? The costumes. It's not a beak, it's a claw. Considered a pointing finger. And we have enough of them for a crowd scene. Yeah, this is such a good metaphor in that, initially both visually and through Dankovsky's interpretation, you view these guys as, like, birds. But then they clarify that they call themselves claws. Please, let's not make a scene. Especially not a crowd scene. All I need are the costumes. Was it enough for you to take our theater and now you're taking our props? Sorry, but sewing protective clothing from scratch takes time we don't have. We'll need to make do with what's already in town. Procure and distribute hooks so they don't touch the sick. Fill the beak with herbs to mask smells. And tear off them bones, not down to the bone. Let's report in. I find time slipping right through my fingers. I want to say that the fast travel is both exactly what it is, but also kind of a red herring. Because I think it's more of a level select, and it's just masking a load screen for the assets.
I think it's more like it has to load Plague Zone separately is the thing.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm bleeding. You.
Ill-timed.
Also,
What
speaking
now?
of fucking misophonia.
Misophonia?
Awful noises. I hate the sound of heartbeats, personally.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, it's just you. What's the point? Plans like shadows fade away with the setting sun. Your sudden pessimism is misplaced. Immortel agreed to give up the theater. The theater? I was rather hoping for a fortress. But perhaps the tragedy of our demise befits a bigger stage. The other buildings don't meet my requirements, and their inhabitants are much less cooperative. The theater it is, then. I was the one who told you to consider it in the first place. Tell me what you need. People. More the better. Recruitment of orderlies is already underway. Some volunteers experienced the first outbreak, which I suppose is an asset. We'll also look for anyone with even minimum medical knowledge in the hopes of finding competent assistance for you. The disease needs to be studied. I need patients who don't succumb to the sand pest right away, like the Stomatin's dancer. Look relatively healthy, but they carry the plague. Isidore developed a simple test for the stand plague way back when. Yes, I'll find orderlies who are trained to administer it. You'll have your patients. I'll try to organize everything by tomorrow night. Anything to stop this. I just hope it's not
To be fair,
too late.
Isidore also got a lot of people killed.
I hope it's not too late. What do you think?
He was successful, but he killed a lot of people in the process.
I wish I knew. Day 2 is now available. Now I can tell more about the past.
Huh.
Yeah. What happened when you were not here is that I initially tried to go from the Room of Mirrors back to day 1. but I couldn't go back there because the interrogator kept thinking I was just ruminating about random bullshit. So what I think the goal is that we are supposed to relive certain events that'll give us a kernel of information that will allow us to go back in time so we can further elaborate on it. It's an interesting mechanic for sure.
Like, I don't know if I'd call Isidore a monster, but his actions did kill a lot of people.
He's a manslaughterer.
I mean, his reasons were understandable.
Yeah. Basically, the idea between murderer and manslaughter is intent, is what I'm joking about. Gallows.
Yeah, for those who don't remember...
I was just gonna say gallows humor, as it were.
But yeah, for those who don't remember, during the first infestation of the Sand Plague, Isidore's the one who called the out of quarantine for the area where it happened, shutting it out completely, leading to the death of a lot of people there, but the end of the Sand Plague.
Yeah, they basically, sacrificed a lot of people to ensure that the Sand Plague effectively starved, because it couldn't go beyond them.
Yep.
Now, can I get to the Stillwater in time?
And then him and Simon dug it back up for the second Sand Plague, realizing this town was stagnating horribly. So once again, I'm curious as to how this game is going to go off script. Because Pathologic 2 answered a lot of questions.
Oh, wow, that's weird. Oh, I see.
It's a nest.
Confused the hell out of me. God, which building is the Stillwater?
Think I fucking know?
There we go. That's the familiar look I'm looking for.
What does that say?
Several considers the polyhedron as a suitable location for the hospital. Even if it's not, it's worth taking a look up close. It's cluing me in that I should absolutely look at the polyhedron, but I don't know if I have the time in this reality.
Yeah, the day's almost over.
I've collected a sample from the plague's focus. I'll inspect it with my special equipment. Then I'll make a special...
Our equipment!
I'll load the mixture into
My hands are moving on their own, Bachelor.
No! You stop that. To work. Provide a sample. The focus of infection must be eliminated today while the projectile... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Hee.
Wait.
Took too long, now your bullet's gone.
Professor Tellman, head of another lab. He was so very positive that every answer lay in the depths of one's psyche. And when the answers weren't there, Tellman would happily plant them. It would have been unforgivably stupid on its own. But even worse was the fact that I called him a friend, and he summoned the commission on me. The rat. So the plague appeared to you in the form of an enraged woman. That's telling. Could you briefly describe the nature of your relationship with your mother, Denkoff? Straight for the jugular, huh?
Where's the inspector?
I do like that. It was determined during the investigation that you need a psychiatric evaluation so we could form a psychological profile. I agreed to draw it up because it's better if it's somebody you knew. Must outcry that way. So you want to destroy me personally, you rat. You feel as though you're surrounded by enemies. When did that start? This is so unethical, right? It's supposed to be impartial. But I don't know if they would have made that realization in when this game is set to take place. I forget, is this early 1900s or the 1800s?
I thought it was early 1900s.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm never 100% sure. The problem with trying to elaborate on that is that you never get a hard date. You're only made to make inferences based on what you're able to see, and if I remember right, the big clue is the giant fuck-off cannon you see at the end of 1. I cannot imagine what could have possibly given me that impression. Let's focus on you instead of me, Daniel. Like I already said, I'm here to help you. To officially declare me insane? Not in the slightest. Firstly, it isn't true, and secondly, even if it were, I'm not sure I'd be allowed to declare you as such. Insanity, you see, absolves one of responsibility. Speaking of, back in a second, I gotta check something.
The actual answer, chat, is it's not abundantly clear because it doesn't matter. To put it simply, there's a few ways you could view it. First and foremost, you could see this all as a play put on by the player, so the timeline doesn't need to make sense. Whatever works for the story. Otherwise, technologically, a lot of this is the 1890s, but there's a lot of details that don't add up. So you could say, thirdly, it's its own special timeline. I'll reiterate that to Wang, but a lot simpler when he gets back. There's that, Shrike. There's also just a lot of little details, too, that make it so it doesn't make sense timeline-wise. Also, you know, magic is real. So, it doesn't matter.
I'm a man of science. Magic? What the fuck is that? What? Is that real? Gets attacked with magic. Ah, shit!
Sorry about that. I had to deal with laundry and, so there was like a weird amount of leftover lint, so I think I gotta run it for another cycle. Oh, wait, why am I grabbing my controller?
So, I mentioned to chat, I saw a few posts, and the way I can basically put it is, vaguely 1890s, but also there's a lot of timeline details that don't add up, or are different from reality. And just a bunch of little things all over the place. Also, magic is real. There's the whole Inquisitor bit. There's a lot of little things that kind of show it's its own sort of timeline. And also, depending on how you look at it, according to Mark, it's all a play anyway, so it doesn't really matter, the nitty-gritty like that.
A little bit of anachronism is fine.
Well, the point is, it could just be its own timeline.
Not slightly. Firstly, it isn't true, and second, even if it were true... Oh, yeah. study a contrast to you playing Pathologic, me playing Kirby, me having the time of my life. I'm not telling you anything about my mother or my father, and certainly not about the topic you're so interested in.
He's dealing with evil spirits, the other is dealing with an eldritch monstrosity.
You will inevitably do so, but I can work with a story told in hints, too. Let's approach this from a different angle. You collected a sample of some dirt from the ground in a plague-ridden district. Take it to analyze it. Seems perfectly logical so far, but then... The analysis showed that the soil sample contained unusual cells, which I believe belonged to the sand plague. They were alive but in a dormant state. Oh, we've swapped around. To put it in layman's terms, they were asleep. How did you feel when you voluntarily entered a lethally dangerous district? Do you think it was a subconscious attempt to die and with sacrifice restore Thanatica's reputation? I'm going to ignore your baseless, idiotic assumption about my motives. I activated the cells using stimulants and topical irritants. The result was a plague sample, an unstable and extremely dangerous one. I couldn't administer it to a patient. It wasn't weakened like in a vaccine, it would have killed them. Do you feel that any action you take is doomed to fail? So mean. It wasn't failure. I noticed something curious. In the laboratory environment, the plague cells restored to autophagy. In other words, they began devouring each other. Much like how, in your perception, competing laboratories are trying to devour Thanatica, correct? It was impossible to use that sample for a vaccine. But an unusual thought occurred to me. If the activated plague cells were devouring themselves, perhaps they could be used to create an antidote. Not for sick people, it would kill them, but for infected districts. How would that even work?
I like how he's immediately drawn you in.
I mixed the activated...
So as a...
The question is, dragged who in is the question I'm asking.
You, the psychologist, because you noticed that for that one instant you broke character and could not respond with psychobabble.
Yeah. I mixed the activated cells, the base for a compound to be dispersed with my prototype. It created a caustic, aggressive reagent that was only good for a few hours. By applying it to the plague contagion epicenter, I could force it to devour itself and clean the district. Like...
So, oh!
What?
So you know that bullet you made?
Yeah, I'm supposed to take it back to the, Oh, fuck, where did we get it?
You got it in one of the plague districts near the center of it. You could get the sample, and you take that sample, convert it into a bullet, and you can use it to destroy the plague district.
Yeah, but which district was it?
Any of them have that.
Oh, I thought it had to be like a local thing.
Yeah, see, he's immediately drawn you in, and you're no longer psychoanalyzing him and just meeting him on his level.
So you're saying the plague's greatest enemy is itself? And yet you stubbornly continue failing to see your own projections? Having loaded my prototype with this cleansing agent, I headed back to the plague district to kill an enraged woman. Why do you keep making this about women? You speak of your actions in manners that sound scientific, even professional. Though there are witnesses who claim that you began hallucinating a certain female figure in the infected district and saw you attack it. Don't deny it, Daniil. And who, pray tell, are these witnesses? That I am not authorized to comment on. You know, canonical killers, people in a manic state, often have a certain behavioral pattern. They strive to kill bad people, often women, marginalized to clean the streets.
I like that they're calling out old Danko.
Specifically my way of playing.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to kill 30 bandits in the street because you're hard up for money because you need bread. But
no,
I
they're
did.
straight up calling out the way you could play old Danko. That's fucking great.
I hate how seen I feel right now.
You could also just keep ignoring him.
I dispersed the reagent at the focus of infection, and the rate of infection decreased. It has also been noted that on the very first day of your arrival, the town was gripped in mass psychosis. The townspeople were killing stepwomen because they thought there was a murderous golem among them. Do you think psychosis could have affected you as well?
I like the second one because you're just not playing his game.
I object, Your Honor. The prosecutor is manipulating the witness. I just want you to realize, Daniel, why you're sitting here. Why I wrote that note about you. You're a danger to yourself and others. You are driven by hallucinatory manias. It is not a sin, but you must acknowledge that you are not of sound mind. Only then can healing begin. I bet you he wants he is enamored with the female assistant of Dankovsky. And all of this is actually his projections onto Danko.
Okay, but which are we going with? Electroshock, lobotomy, or trepanning?
Come on, Torpo, we have a brand here.
True.
I sincerely hope that when you released toxic gas at what you thought was a woman, it truly was just a cloud of plague cells. Stay strong, Dankovsky. We will overcome all of this together. It is a doctor's duty to fight the plague. Isn't that what the inspector keeps telling me? What a very funny little aside. It's still day 3.
Yep, you loop back to the start of day 3.
I do have to go to the local areas. Oh, God.
Things. Look at things. What are your things?
That's just my inventory. Projectile prepared.
There you go. I do like that you don't actually move on to the next day. You circle around to the same day.
No, I think what it is I think that the day starts probably at 6. It was the same. I think it was the same way in 2.
Then fucking hoof it, bitch.
Through 3 plague districts.
Fucking hoof it, bitch.
Hang on a second.
You best get that ass moving.
God, I think I might have to. Fuck.
No matter what you do, you have to go through 3 districts. Because if you went up and around, you'd still be passing through 2. The lower route is at least shorter.
Have they removed the need for food? Yes, actually.
Thank Christ.
It's an interesting trade-off. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really a, at the very least, Danko's story is not a survival game like it was for the Haruspecs, who always had the town against him. This is more, causality, I would say. I think I have to go through 4 districts, Torpo.
No, I think it's just 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, you're not going through that one.
I'm pretty sure this little thing here...
Well, let's find out.
Oh!
Told you, bitch.
I'll take it. No. Oh, wait. I guess I could do it in any infected district. I need to find the Shabnak. Once I find her, I must prepare the prototype to fire the projectile. Hit the plague with it and reduce the infection. I have 1 shot. The Shabnak is unpredictable, and I have only one attempt. Before taking a shot, I should immobilize her with a bonfire or the prototype. Oh, I see. 1 and 3. I thought it was 2 and 3.
No, she flash stepped your ass.
Yeah, that was a little tricky.
Activate the fire.
Do I have matches? I do. Okay. I also have to wait for her to approach.
Halt down and put your hands up.
The Shabnak subsides. You've subdued her for today. The town is recovering from the plague. I missed the rest of it.
Also, Voltic, my stance is complaining about the lack of survival stuff is missing the forest for the trees.
No,
Like, you're getting way too nitpicky in a way that, like, it doesn't really serve the narrative at this point.
Yeah, because the idea about this one is Dankovsky is effectively trying to navigate a set of events through time paradoxes in order to basically prove that he did his due diligence and not get arrested, and also save the Thanatica. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the goal is still the same. It's just that the medium delivered is different. And I'd argue a bit more difficult.
Also, you know, the whole apathy mania thing is more just a testament to the sheer amount of stress this man is under.
I guess we could use this time to look at other areas, since we nuked the shit out of the plague.
Yeah, time to go look at the polyhedron.
There it is. It looks even more detailed. What the fuck?
Yep.
Lit up like a Christmas tree. Now light it up like a Christmas tree. The cannon.
We don't have that yet, Festivore.
I ain't Shrek. It's not even about being hard. It's just the survival mechanics I feel don't serve the story in a meaningful way.
Let's put it this way. We're shifting away from survival as a means of living as an individual person to survival as keeping Danko's mental state stable as he is going through a unique kind of temporal hell. Because he has a unique what's the word I'm looking for here? He has the unique capacity to repeat and recur events to serve his narrative, but the process of it and the plague are slowly driving him insane. So we are not surviving by simply staying alive, eating food, and not getting infected, like with the Haruspex. Because the Haruspex was grounded in its world because this is his world. To Danko, this place is abject insanity, and the mechanics are starting to be reflected as a result. So instead
And the man is hanging by a fraying thread.
So instead of having bread to stay alive for the next day, we are smoking tobacco. That way we don't fall to apathy and shoot ourselves. I think
downing morphine because the stress is destroying you.
I think it's an interesting direction to take, honestly, just because traditional survival mechanics are so tired.
Like, I agree with that, Shrike, but also just the fact that the time travel mechanic makes tracking that sort of thing completely pointless.
Yeah, we could loop days, we could skip days, we could go anywhere and everywhere. So tracking hunger through that would be annoying, to say the least.
Gotta talk to the kids.
I know, I'm just taking in the sights, you know? The building that will...
horrible alien thing.
The building that we'll never be able to walk to. Where do you think you're going, old man? You can't go there. Only kids are allowed. Old man, I'm 28. No, wait, that'll get me more apathetic. I simply can't because it exists. When I saw it from a distance, I thought it was an optical illusion or something. Where did this even come from? What's holding it up? Lots of things. Kind words, poems, ditties, lullabies, tears. Hazelnuts, boogers, beetles, ants, dead people, mom's hugs. Dad's yelling, rainwater, gooseberries. Getting a little too real here, kids. Gooseberries, that's not a word. You made that up just now. So you don't know what's holding it up. Oh, come on, we just told you what you want, Scatterbrain. Memory's not what it once was, huh? You need to hear me say it again? No, there's no need. I got the part with the kind words and the gooseberries, but that's not what I was talking about. It's the creaking. Can't you hear it? I can't be the only one. Oh, it does that all the time. We're used to it. When we play Pirates, we pretend it's a mass creaking in the wind. Yarr! But what if it falls over? Who built it anyway? I suppose it just assembled itself out of straw and sunlight? It didn't. The genie built it. The genie from the bottle. The great genie. Look, I'm glad you're having fun, but I was asking a serious question. What was that? Finds answers and miracles at the bottom of a bottle. A genie. Does he have a name? Everyone has a name. Poor old man, already his brain's no good. Where can I find this genie of yours? You were off to a promising start. Thought you figured it out. Where do you think genies live, old man? Where there's lots of bottles. The pub, then. Andrew Stamatin. Sure, Stamatin, that's our genie's name, but not Andre. He's the other one, the mirror image. You mean his brother? Ah, I see. I'll drop by his house. Bravo. Bravissimo. Genius. An old man solved the riddle. Congratulations. Sadly, you don't earn a hazelnut this time. Have the smell of spring instead. A consolation prize. The end of the day has come in which a scene unfolds. Oh man. We're really getting into it, aren't we?
Smart, intelligent, logical, but so very fixated on whatever he deemed important. We wouldn't even allow the possibility that he could miss something. He failed to understand what kind of place this is, what soil. He only noticed what was convenient.
1 second, folks. This is a.
Yeah, you notice how loud it is?
Yeah.
So we mostly left him alone.
Why is it still fucking loud?
I don't think it's voiceover. I think it might be under effects.
I sympathized.
Nope.
It's not. Oh.
Just decrease the master audio.
Can you hear me?
I need to be in 2 places at once. 3 places. Otherwise, it's all for naught.
Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying?
About here. Good time for a wrap up. Yeah. I'm glad that they're leaning in super hard on theatrics, given what I know about the story. That I admittedly did not experience firsthand because that shit's mostly in the changeling route on the original game, and fuck that noise. Boy howdy. Guess I talked to her?
You had 12 days. Not so many, but enough. One more has passed. The town shifts.
5 years ago, when the disease arrived for the first time, people feared the unknown. Now they fear what they know all too well. What do you think is more frightening, the unknown or the inevitable?
I'd argue the inevitable.
I'd argue the unknown. You're a visitor. You didn't see the first outbreak. You're frightened, but you don't fear the doom that haunts those who have already faced it. They all believe that if you take the helm, we'll slip through the reefs. I did what I could.
See, for me, it's more like there's also hope in the unknown.
I suppose so. I feel like, for what is known, you can prepare at least.
Yeah, but you also know the pain that comes with the known.
I'm more than willing to suffer a little pain for the known if it means I can prepare ahead of time. It's the Batman approach, really. But it also does mean I'm a little rigid in that approach. Ultimately, it's a showing of a unwillingness for what's the word I'm looking for? Unique and different approaches. I did what I could. I took charge of the emergency command and ordered a hospital opened. I hope that's enough. I really like that these ideas are different pathologics are restagings of the play because Mark didn't like the leads. Yeah. All these responsibilities you have now, why isn't your head spinning? Not even the still water isn't the still water anymore. It's the whirlpool.
I like the second one.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I wanted to apologize about the still water. They moved their headquarters into your house, and I don't think anyone bothered asking. What makes you think that? They did ask, and I agreed. I'm curious whether the still water can calm the maelstrom. So many busy, frazzled people will come here now, and the house will watch them. Let its breath move through them. Think of it as an experiment of my own. That's the last thing I expected to hear. You are full of surprises, Ava. Good night. We'll all wake in a town that has entrusted itself to you. Our fabric is always marked by will. Simon's, the mistresses, the ruling families, and now yours will weave itself into its tapestry. I wonder what will change. Let's just take this as they come. Time travel is now available today through all clocks in the game.
Okay, so you need to complete a day once before you can start moving through it freely.
Question is, what now?
Time to go back to the room of mirrors.
I forget how we did that. It was through a clock, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think we're going to the room of mirrors. I think we're going back to a day. We did unlock day 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should probably stop here and suffer through some repeat dialogue because I'm pretty sure once we step into day 2, we're gonna get more dialogue.
I don't think you're getting repeat dialogue.
I don't know when it's saved, whether it was after Ava's dialogue or not. Because when we started today, we did like a little tiny loop. But it wasn't too bad. Oh wow, that just hard stops the game. It's so fucking rare. Not even an acknowledgement.